Let's get straight to it. There are people out there who love to test your boundaries. They interrupt, make passive-aggressive comments, or act like your time, feelings, and worth are optional. And for some reason, the world expects us to smile and let it slide. Not today. If you're done tolerating disrespect and ready to take control of how people treat you, this is for you. Today, we're diving into unapologetically bold and brutally honest ways to handle disrespect. No shouting matches, no losing your cool, just strategies that show people exactly where the line is drawn. By the end of this, you'll have every tool you need to reclaim your peace and protect your self-respect. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the silent stare. It's one of the simplest, most powerful tools in your arsenal. When someone's openly rude, nothing flips the script faster than calmly and deliberately meeting their gaze. No words, no expressions, just silence. Why does it work? People who disrespect others are fishing for reactions. They want you flustered, angry, defensive, anything to feed their need for control. But when you meet their antics with a calm, unwavering stare, it's like a mirror reflecting their behavior right back at them. You're saying, without words, I see you, and I'm not playing your game. It's unsettling, it's commanding, and it works. I remember a time when someone constantly interrupted me during a meeting. After trying and failing to interject politely, I leaned back, crossed my arms, and just stared at him. The room went quiet and suddenly all eyes were on him. He stumbled over his words, shifted uncomfortably, and avoided looking at me for the rest of the meeting. The best part? He never interrupted me again. The silent stare is more than a reaction. It's a statement of self-respect. It says, I don't owe you my emotional energy, and that alone can shift the power dynamic entirely. Next up, embracing silence as your answer. When someone disrespects you, the knee-jerk reaction is often to defend yourself, explain, or retaliate. But here's the truth. Silence can be louder than any words. When someone throws negativity your way, refusing to engage forces them to sit with their behavior. Without your reaction, their attempts to diminish you lose power. I once worked with someone who loved to make backhanded jokes at my expense. One day, after another unnecessary comment, I didn't defend myself or even acknowledge it. I just paused, raised an eyebrow, and let the silence linger. The discomfort was palpable. They mumbled something and moved on, and that was the last time they tried it. Silence is far from passive. It's deliberate, a way to take control of the interaction and prioritize your peace over their opinion. Now, let's address something that's harder for many of us. Stop explaining your choices. How many times have you made a decision for yourself only to have someone question it? Why would you do that? Why didn't you come to that event? Why would you leave that job? People seem to think they're entitled to explanations for your life choices, but they're not. You don't owe anyone a justification for how you live your life. When you stop explaining yourself, you reclaim your autonomy. When I decided to switch careers, I faced a barrage of questions and judgment. At first, I felt the need to justify myself, to explain my plan. But no matter what I said, it wasn't enough for some people. So, I stopped. The next time someone asked, why would you leave a stable job? I simply said, because I wanted to. That's it. No elaborate defense, no over-explaining. The silence that followed was glorious. The moment you stop explaining your choices, you're telling the world that your decisions are enough simply because they're yours. Now, let's get real. Sometimes the best response is to create distance. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. If someone consistently disrespects you, keeping them close isn't noble. It's draining. Creating distance doesn't mean you hate them. It means you respect yourself enough to protect your peace. I had a friend who never missed an opportunity to criticize me, disguising it as just joking. I started limiting my time with them, and the difference was immediate. I felt lighter, freer, and more focused. Distance isn't about punishment, it's about preservation. Your mental health, your energy, your dignity. Finally, let's talk about holding your head high. When someone disrespects you, they're banking on making you feel small. They want you to shrink, to doubt yourself, to lower your eyes. But when you stand tall, shoulders back, head high, you send a powerful message. I know who I am, and nothing you say or do can diminish me. Confidence makes people who thrive on disrespect deeply uncomfortable. They rely on their ability to shake you, and when that fails, their power crumbles. I remember someone who loved throwing snide comments my way. I used to dread being around them until I decided I was done. The next time we met, I stood tall, held my head high, and met every comment with a calm, unshaken response. Over time, they backed off. Confidence isn't just about posture, it's a mindset. It says, I see myself as worthy, and your opinion won't change that. So here's the takeaway. Handling disrespect isn't about confrontation or losing your cool. It's about standing firm in your worth. Whether it's a silent stare, embracing silence, refusing to explain yourself, creating distance, or simply holding your head high, every response is a way to reclaim your power and protect your peace. You don't need to bend over backward for people who refuse to see your value. Life is too short to waste it on those who drag you down. Remember, respect starts with you. The more you value yourself, the less room there is for disrespect to take root.